Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We are here with the top 5 moments from
Been a while.
Yes, 6th of May 2002.
It's been so long I had to go back and rewatch most of this show.
Yes, and we've got 5 moments, some 5 pretty good moments, and towards the top they're pretty great. So let's dive in with number 5. That's Sean Stasiak against Brocky Boy.
Fuck knows why we rewatched the Big Show promo, though that was torture.
At 9 minutes, absolute shite, guys.
Which, by the way, guys, is not on the list. Just a wee spoiler alert there. But yeah, Lesnar, Stasiak.
It'll be on the worst.
I've actually really been enjoying this whole Lesnar run at the moment. It's involving the Hardys, it's involving, Stasiak, Planet Stasiak, and Lesnar again. Stasiak gets a wee bit of momentum in for like the first, 2 seconds, but then it's all Lesnar. Lesnar dominates, like he has in every match so far. He beats Stasiak, but again, it's by Stasiak not being able to continue. And I just think that's taken away for these... See, when he first beat Jeff and Jeff wasn't able to continue, it made it feel like, holy shit, he actually battered him. But they've done that now against Matt Hardy, now they've done it against Sean Stasiak. Plus, they had Lesnar losing a tag team match while partnering with Stasiak. I know he didn't take the pin, but I don't think that helps. I mean, like, look at Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania, right? See if Undertaker lost a tag team match, but he wasn't the one to get pinned, his streak would be tarnished. There would still be that like prefix beside his name going, well, he didn't get pinned, but he lost. So I just didn't really understand him losing the tag team match. And I haven't liked the way he wins every single match by the opponent not being able to continue. Like I said, the match against Jeff at the pay-per-view was very cool. Jeff unable to continue. Jeff obviously been broken down and battered. But ever since then, it's like they've done the same shit with Matt. They've done the same shit with Sean Stasiak. And I just think it takes away for the impressive beatdown, not being able to continue victory that he got over Jeff. In that moment then, guys, comes in at number 5.
Coming in at number 4, though, we have Rob Van Dam and Jeff Hardy taking on Booker T and Eddie Guerrero. And if this just doesn't show how much of a better fucking era this is than anything today, this is a mid-card match.
And it would main event.
And I thought it was brilliant.
It would main event all the Manias.
I thought it was brilliant, but like I've said before, I'm more of a fan of segments than matches. So therefore, but I thought it was a really good match.
I think it's going to be always harder, I think, for a match to be... It would take a really, really good match, I think, to get the top spot.
Especially, like, it is kind of a throwaway match on Raw. It's not a pay-per-view match. It's not a world title match on Raw. It's not a stipulation match. It's just a tag team match.
Although I must say, I think the RVD Taker match we've seen on Raw a few weeks ago was...
that was good.
Top-notch.
That was some top gear.
I think I put that number 1.
Tell you what, Taker has some good fucking matches.
Did I put that number 1?
I think you did. I think we did.
Fuck, RVD was booked like the Terminator on that match. But yeah, anyway, a bit of a weak finish. Goldust comes out and I know he's inadvertently going to cost Booker T here, but he makes it look so fucking obvious. Like
WrestleMania.
He comes out and it's just...
That was so
goofball. There's no fucking way like he would possibly hit Booker T in this scenario. Now, I know he needs to hit Booker T to inadvertently cost him the match, but I mean, Jesus Christ, could they not have done something a bit better? Just see him stone, and then he sees Booker T, and he just goes over and hits him anyway. It's like, fuck. It's essentially like walking up to someone in the street, punching them, going, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that." I mean, what?
That's exactly what Big Goldie.
Absolutely retarded there from Goldust there. Up next, we have Regal versus Spike coming in at number 3, and I believe this is Regal's 3rd European Championship reign.
I believe that too, and it is almost the last European Championship reign because this belt will be out of commission soon.
Regal was the commissioner, and now his belt's getting taken out of commission. But I mean, the match wasn't exactly great, but I'm more including it here for the wee promo before the match
and after.
Just Regal running.
Tell you what, though, guys, how does D'Lo Brown make a top 3 in the 5 moments in 2002?
Yeah. Also, D'Lo Brown returns after the match to make the save. Stop the beatdown on Spike Dudley. A guy that also won the belt 4 times.
Insane.
So, yeah. Arguably. Is he? Nah, I'd say Regal's the best European champion of all time.
Yeah.
I don't care how many title reigns you've had, let's be real. Alright? I mean, Ric Flair's a 16-time world champion.
I like Spike, but seeing I think the European title, I think I like Owen.
We're talking about D'Lo here.
Are we?
Alright. D'Lo had 4 reigns.
So I was going to go on to him.
Right.
But I even think of Shawn Michaels. He was like one of the first ones to hold it. And when he had it, he was in that Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, so for me,
a lot better than
for me, him, even though that belt wasn't even on the line, but for me, him just coming out for that Hell in a Cell match, carrying the European title, made it more prestigious than anything Spike Dudley could do. No offence to Spike, but
He's a great guy and he's better than Darby Allin, but we digress and we have to move on to moment 2.
Probably a bit heavier than Darby Allin too.
That's damn right.
Yeah, but moment number 2 then. Massive fucking botch, but entertaining nonetheless. Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker. I have a bit of a segment here. Hogan is down the bottom of the ramp. He stole Taker's bike. Taker comes up to the top of the ramp. He wants his bike back. And Hogan's like, well, if you ain't going to come and get it, I'll bring it to you.
And I'll slap you like the bitch that you are,
and
brother.
Basically, Hogan struggles, sits on the bike for 5 minutes, unable to start the engine. He has to like fucking pedal up. He has to like push it up. The cameras are going off Hogan.
Like, I get this.
Taker's standing there waiting to run away for the bike, but he can't run because Hogan can't get the bike up the fucking ramp.
I feel like Taker could have done a better job here.
Yeah, do you think? Yeah, I should Taker just to. But then again, if Taker comes down,
I know, but he could have taunted him a bit, and Hogan could have made it look like he was. The delay it. I don't know. It just Taker like pretending to run for a bike that ain't moving. He's supposed to be a big fucking 7-foot guy. It just looked a bit pish, but the comedy was brilliant.
Well, again, he could have
going for that.
He could have came down and battered Hogan and just took the bike and got up the ramp himself.
He could have did that.
That wasn't really part of the plan. And then Hogan takes the bike backstage, looking for Taker. Taker's no there. Gets in a big 14-wheeler truck, same truck that I think he ran over the Rock with, actually. And then he runs over the Undertaker's truck there. So
but that's what gets me about this. Like, I get it was live, but I mean, it's on the network. You think they'd edit stuff like that out? Like, the same with the McMahon promo. That was on SmackDown. It was never live. So how the fuck did that make it?
I know, but that's pish. You don't want them to edit stuff out.
Oh, I don't like, but... No, well, think about the McMahon.
It was alright. There was no blackface and there was no M-words in this Hulk Hogan promo, so it gets to stay, brother. And speaking of here to stay, number 1. These two could only get number 2 last week, but they've moved up. It's like the music charts. Number 2 last week, but they've moved up to number 1. It is Booker T and Goldust.
And this was absolutely fantastic. Booker T coming in like the gangster that he is, wants to buy a Slurpee, complains about why there's no cups of him.
Like they sold out of the Booker T cups, damn it.
Yep,
sucker.
He asks about the clock.
You seen some gold freak run there?
You see some gold freak, sucker? Nope. And he bullies some free kids at the road. He gets his Slurpee. There's a guy in line, and it's Goldust.
Yeah, it turns
out. I followed you from your hotel, brother.
Booker T's like wanting a fucking restraining order. Like, stay away from me,
I'm gonna call the cops. Probably end up shooting Booker T though.
Yeah. You're the wrong. Well, I mean, do they normally shoot gold people?
Put the Slurpee down. What are you doing, brother?
I thought he was pulling out a gun out of his back pocket. It's actually a rock cup there, a rock Slurpee cup there. Yeah, so, fuck, what were we saying?
Basically, Goldust says he wants to put the things behind them, be a tag team again.
Goldust talks about how they're a team and they've got psychological, like, mind games and they're undefeated. They've fucking lost every time they've teamed up. Every time they've interacted in each other's matches, they've lost.
Yep.
So they haven't won, but Goldust seems to think they're undefeated.
And then he also wants a slurp.
So Booker T is beginning to get on board here. Booker T is beginning to, he's like, yeah, all right, we can talk about this later. And then he goes to leave, and Goldust turns around and says to Booker T, I've got one question for you, Book. He says, if you let me have a drink of your, if you let me have a sip of your Slurpee, then I will give you a bite of my wiener. And then Booker T does the whole fucking eyes things. I think he should have done the tell me I didn't just...
Aye.
Or was that not invented? What's that? Wonder why he didn't use that. Probably he was too freaked out and he just wanted to get
Probably
to the store.
Because he knew, quite frankly, what he said.
Yeah. He knew it and he didn't want to hear it again. So he bolts at the store, then Goldust is left around. Come on, Book! We can, mind games, psychological mind games. And he takes a bite of the wiener, and then we cut to Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross, and Jerry Lawler says, I don't know, what was it? He says something about...
I don't want a bite of his wiener either, JR.
Yeah. And, yeah.
That's it, guys.
That is it. That's your top 5 moments there for Raw, but, I mean, what a fucking Goldust and Booker T. I mean, comedy gold.
And then they did the same with R-Truth and Goldust in, 2016. It just didn't work.
No, it wasn't the same. You can't recycle shit, right? And Vince Russo will say, oh, this was pish because it wasn't when he was booking it. But, this is great, right? This is great. And anyway, that's it, guys. Let us know what you think. What was your top 5 moments of this show? Do you agree with our list? If not, then that's fine. Let us know down below. And until next time, we've been Fog Wrestling. Peace.